Big Brother's been on the side. What an explosive show again! Tonight, did they? Didn't they? Who knows? We're certainly going to be trying to get to the bottom of it. We also have some jaw-dropping exclusive footage for you from the bathroom. So we should probably get on with it because there's a lot to talk about tonight. So here to discuss the night's action is a young man who is currently in the running for Heat Magazine's Weirdest Crush. Personally, my vote is going to Lionel Blair. It's the beautiful head of hair, that is, Matt Richardson.
Pretty weird, I'm pretty weird.
You have a fan in the front row.
Vote for me.
Next to him, he doesn't just talk to the animals, he makes them. Give this man an apple and he'll turn it into a swan. He is your reigning runner-up. Please show some big love for Abs.
Thank you.
And brace yourselves. She has given the nation more zingers than KFC, and she's always ready to take one big bite. It's everyone's favourite social commentator, Katie Hopkins. Hello. Come on, you got him. Welcome. Go and take a seat on the panel. Katie Hopkins is here. Oh, you're so sweet. What is she going to say? It's very much like having John McCririck in the studio. Katie Hopkins is here. OK, so before we start, let's remind ourselves of how tonight's show finished.
Don't belong in there, you two.
Oh, there'll probably be ages going up on the door.
Do you know what's really annoying? The fact that they've twigged onto this switching on the tap thing. That's what that horrific noise is. That they switch on the tap so you can't hear anything. Like literally any talking that was happening, no one can decipher anything because you can't figure out the sound. Turn the water off! Right on, Paul! That's what we have to do! Abs, let's start with you.
Filth.
Before we talk about filth, though, you know Lee.
Yeah.
What has he just done in the bathroom?
I have no idea.
We don't know. There's no cameras in there.
I started off Team Lee because I know Lee and he's a lovely guy and I don't know who he is in the house right now. I'm a little bit, yeah, I'm set back a little bit.
Tell me, in what way?
Just I talked to Lee about love. He's straight in there. Sex pest, horny boy. Yeah, and that's I'm a little bit worried.
Oh. He's not painted. He's been saying, hasn't he? You know, oh, I'm worried I'm going to come across as a womanizer. I'm worried about this. I'm worried. He's not really helping himself.
No, he's
right
not.
Now.
He's not at all. And I hope. I think he's in there and he's found someone to cuddle because it does help when you're in the house to have somebody to lean on, and the cuddle's just snowballing into something quite
Well, and
it's only day 3, right?
The cuddles are kind of turning into this.
Yeah.
There was a lot of pecking going on with that.
Knock one out in the loo to calm himself down.
Does it take you that long to wash your hands in the toilet?
I mean, if that was me in the toilet, I'd wash them in 4 seconds and then cry. It'd be fine. It's like he knocked one out in the loo.
Yeah.
He's on telly.
Well, yeah,
the weirdest place I've ever had a wank, the Eurostar.
It's
not as bad.
When he went into the toilet on his own the other night, he put the taps on again. So, you know, we genuinely do not know what has happened in there. So we're not saying that they've had sex. We're not saying that anything untoward has happened. But what are they doing?
But I did.
What is happening? What do you think is happening in the toilet?
I mean, he's not just having his cake and eating it. I mean, he's having cakes in 2 different flavours. He's got vanilla with Casey and then he's got the chocolate with Jasmine. Who knows? But what I can say is it is controversial and he is playing a game like old Dexter Coe last season.
Does anybody think that maybe nothing... Because there is a possibility that they could have just been... They could have been chatting about Casey. They could have... That whole kind of thing that's going on.
And pigs fly.
Oh, I thought you were genuinely going to say, yeah. Does anyone think nothing untoward has happened?
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on. Somebody balance the argument.
Let me tell you, Emma. Last night, accidentally, I stumbled on Jasmine's tape online. I was researching, obviously. And
What tape? What tape? What tape?
I've got to tell you, I think Lee from Blue must have done the same prior to going into the house, because the girl does have a talent.
I don't know what you're talking about. However, somebody did send me a link on Twitter today, but I have not watched it. Katie, what? He's doing well with the ladies in there.
It is completely inexplicable, isn't it? My friends and I at the WI have nothing that we like about this gentleman. He's out of shape. He looks like a potato on cocktail sticks. He is not beautiful, that lady. Oh, get a grip and get it.
To be fair, can I just say, she kind of likes anything that moves, this one.
There was a lot of whistling.
Any men, she's in.
He's got this kind of weirdest crush thing, right? So women like him as well.
Yeah.
People were whistling. Was it you?
It was this lady
Yes,
again.
see what I mean?
Yeah.
She's got problems. Nobody likes this guy. You've got problems. If you don't want to hear the truth.
What did you think of Lee before all the dramas, before entering the house? Did you really have an opinion of him?
Well, I saw pictures of him in the paper trying to run. And obviously he runs like a large woman. And I don't like people that can't run. He is really unfit. He's not nice. He's also very greasy. You know, I tend to have a greasy nose, but that boy needs some powder and he needs it fast. Not a man for me. Oh, come along.
This is everything I hoped it would be.
Abs is keeping tight-lipped over there. Let's see how the gang are banging on about things this morning.
Last night was very eventful. I did say day 3 or 4, didn't I?
You and Lee were having a deep one on the sofa.
It caused something that didn't need to be caused.
What? What was caused? Didn't need to be caused.
I think Louisa got asked about a love triangle between me, Lee and Jasmine, which is just absurd. But obviously when we first come in, I used to wind him up going, oh, you fancy Jasmine, you know. So now the big brother took upon themselves to make it into a love triangle, which is not at all. He's not done anything with Jasmine. And so I don't think he wants to be perceived on the outside world as a bad person, which I completely understand. So he was like, well, maybe we should just, just leave it. And I was like, that's cool, that's absolutely fine, but you should have thought about that before, kind of thing, He's like, well, and I said, I understand what you're saying. I said, but if that's the way you want it, it will be just that. It won't change when we get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was like, oh, well, I do want to get to know you, I do like you, or maybe let's just leave it as it is then.
So, I don't know about you, but it's back and forth and back. I don't even know where we are. Are they seeing what happens? Are they not seeing what happens? Abs, what's going on? Do you know what's going on?
I wish I could tell you, Emma. I have no idea.
Because they seem
weird.
to keep changing their mind. He's not being very straight with her.
Nah, I wish that he would just be the leader. I know that he's a genuinely nice guy, and he's maybe pressure. I don't know if it's the house, but maybe that's the Lee that really is. And I've been seeing it differently on the personal, and maybe he really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sex Anonymous every Thursday.
Sex Anonymous?
That was Monday.
Was that Monday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Right,
okay, let's move on. Let's give Lee a little break, because it's been all about him so far. Let's talk about Jim and Linda. Now, Abs, you were also in the house with elders that squabbled. How is this argument, do you think, going to affect the group? Is it going to make a difference to anybody?
Well, when I was in the house, I found that old people tend to stick together, and yeah, they do.
It's their wrinkles.
Should
It's like Velcro, isn't it?
Should we say elder?
Elder people.
Elder.
Yeah, elderly people, and they're not always nice.
In rehearsal, he said old gits. I don't know.
Liar.
Just because you like to get in trouble, don't get lovely abs into trouble
I
as
think
well.
it will get pretty sticky. It always will. Everything's happening too fast, and it's gonna.
And they can only go really slowly, so...
Matt, do you think when the whole thing happened tonight with Linda on the bed with everybody around her and they she started to tell Jim why she was annoyed, he walked away. Do you think he did the right thing by walking away?
Yeah, because, like, falling out in front of everyone is really embarrassing. It's like when you have an argument, like, so when you're at a house party and someone has an argument with their girlfriend or boyfriend in front of you and you're going, oh, my God, please, I'd do anything not to be here right now. So it's like that's him walking away, just went, well, this is ridiculous. And they're all going, well, I'm also offended. And it's just like, it was ridiculous that she even started it over pillows. Yeah. Who cares? That's their pillows.
But in the house, the pillows is such a big thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like...
You're talking to a man that knows.
Yeah, I stacked them bad boys.
Don't touch my scatter cushions.
Okay, if you at home would like a spot in our very well turned out studio audience, they are well turned out this evening,
Beautiful.
which makes a change. All of the details are on your screen now. Still to come, we have got the long awaited return of Dame Judy James. She's going to be right here in the studio. But before that, if you've ever dreamed of filling a bolt hole, then now's your chance. Here are the numbers you need. This week, Casey and Lee, Dappy and Liz, and Evander and Louisa all face eviction live on Wednesday night. However, no one will be evicted. Instead, one couple will leave in a fake eviction and secretly live in Big Brother's Bolt Hole. They will re-enter the main house live on Friday to drop a bombshell. For Casey and Lee to enter the Bolt Hole from a landline, call 090 20 44 24 13 or from a mobile 6 44 24 13. For Dappy and Liz, from a landline, call 090 20 44 24 14 or from a mobile 6 44 24 14. Or for Evander and Louisa, from a landline, call 090 20 44 24 15 or from a mobile 6 44 24 15. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Wednesday's show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. For full terms, go to channel5.com/BBvote. Do you know what? Welcome back, by the way, to Big Brother's Bit of the Time. That is so much harder. So much harder than it looks. Matt, you're good at everything.
Yeah.
You have a blow.
Right, fine.
Go on, Matt. Go on, Matt. That was amazing. That was amazing. Here's something else amazing. Here's another exclusive.
Will you do me a small favour today, if you have the opportunity?
Yeah.
Find out exactly what I'm supposed to have done to upset Linda, because I'd like to make amends, even if I haven't done anything.
Okay.
Or I'm unaware of upsetting, actually. That's how frustrated it is. If I'd have said, oh, shut up, you stupid cow, I'd have understood.
I think she feels sometimes the way you speak to her is like very dismissive.
What do you mean? I can't wait
Like-
to stop speaking to her.
Yeah, or like, oh, you're like unimportant. Not that you said that, but I think she gets that impression.
Oh, okay.
So like she'll be speaking to someone and like say if it's like
So
you, her, and
I
a
crawl up her arse or ignore her? What's the deal? Or just be myself and hope that she
I just wouldn't
changes?
stress about it. I'd just be yourself.
Well, you don't like to upset people. You don't mind if you go out your way to do it, do you?
No, but you're never going to please everyone. She had an issue with you before you even came in here.
Cats are cats and dogs are dogs.
Exactly. And she had an issue with you before you even came in here.
Yes, she did.
So she'll be jumping down your throat at everything you say. I have people like that hate me.
It's unusual to have it to your face like that last night. And she said, I just don't like you.
I think she just had. I think she'd had a drink, and I don't know.
There we go. Jim wants to make amends. Okay, let's welcome the lady who pulls back the curtain on the housemates' hidden body language and social behaviour. It is the wonderful. She is back. It's Judy James. I cannot tell you how much I've been looking forward to seeing you and talking about everything that's been going on. So first up, you have got an exciting, revealing new theory this year.
I do. I want to know, can a penis win Celebrity Big Brother? Because I think Dappy thinks that it can, and it will be a first. It's like a wildlife programme in there. I'm watching it on night vision like they do with the badgers, you know, waiting to see a peek of it and things like. It's just, yes, it's so.
Don't tell Lee it's a badger. He'll be like just so excited. Do you think he thinks that? Because we heard him say, didn't we, that his singles at number 3. He revealed a picture of himself naked online, and then all of a sudden by Sunday he was number 1. So do you think he thinks the same applies to Big Brother?
It's obviously the ploy. He brings those fans with him, and he probably has done. I don't know. I wasn't one of them, but I clearly am now.
Are you?
No, I had to scour my eyes, but no, it's his USP, and it's clearly the thing. I mean, it's a little bit like the large boobs for the women. He's come in with a different look.
Bottom heavy rather than top heavy.
But actually, despite that, I think he's settling in more almost as the sort of little teenager of the house. If you notice, now he's got that out of his system a bit. He's sitting there eating his corn, you know, he's just
I think
turned
all
into
the
this
kind of last
child.
couple of days with Lee and Jasmine and Casey, all that action has kind of, you know, Dappy's kind of gone to the background a little bit, hasn't he, because of everything that's been going on. There's been lots of kind of sexy action already. Are you surprised?
I didn't even have time to get my pen out there. You know, normally I sit there and I think, yeah, something happened. It was just they were off and I was writing and taking notes. I'm not hugely surprised because I think we're looking at the Charlotte effect, because Charlotte did her sort of Geordie Shore thing. She went in there and she was a bit daring in a way that celebrities hadn't been before. And I think maybe they see that as a winning formula and they've kind of quadrupled it. In fact, if anything, we've now got a complete turnaround because we've got the celebrities behaving in that really attention-seeking way, showing off bits of bodies and getting it on in the toilets and things, you know, doing all that kind of thing. Whereas when you look at the civilian Big Brother, it's actually very tame, isn't it? They're very demure, you know, and they don't do that sort of thing. So complete turnaround of what we're used to.
I think, mentioning Charlotte, I think I saw something online today where she said that this lot have made her look tame.
She's shocked. I bet Charlotte's shocked by this. Yeah.
You've already worked out new sets of housemates as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got names for them. So what are our new batch?
Well, I think we've got a new evolution I'm calling the selfies, because I think the younger ones in there, they're treating it as a giant selfie experience. So I think that's why we're seeing all this. Their heart isn't in any of that action. I mean, you can sit and watch it. They're going through the motions, but it's like, oh, here's a lesbian kiss. It's like what they're doing it. They're almost photographing themselves to send it online, except they don't have to because your cameras are doing it for them. So I think it's a generation that are used to selling themselves through moments that they then post online. And then we've got the Self-Pity Brigade, which is the old group, and they're doing what they normally have done in the house, which is, it's a bit like rehab, you know, this is what I did in my past.
They're showing you themselves.
Yeah, and we've got the conflict building up now. Yeah, so we're seeing more of the traditional route with them, but the other lot are just cutting straight through it. Don't bother with the relationships, just go for, oh, look, the pose, you know.
This is what's going to get us
I don't know what I was posing there. It might have been Lee, I'm not sure.
Okay, so one of your selfies is Lee. Let's take a look at him from tonight.
It's like suddenly there's this whole thing about, oh, Jasmine and Lee, Casey and Lee, and I'm looking like some kind of fucking player, and I'm not.
You haven't done anything with Jasmine, though?
No, not at all. No,
so what do you want
of course
to do?
not.
You want to back off?
No, I don't want you to back off because I love being with you and cuddling you.
I'm confused. I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm confused. Well, just be friends.
Yeah, I think that's probably better.
Okay.
Yeah, I do want to go for it with you, but I just don't want. It's weird. It's like almost like I've got to make a decision. Going, all right, we're going to have a real public relationship or not.
But we're not going to public. We're not going to do anything in public.
It will. But no,
we're in here flirting and cuddling.
It is.
Why is that public? We're cuddling. Yeah, but you're saying yeah, and you're backtracking. I need you to go yes.
All right. Yes. I've got to go.
This is gonna be a long night.
No, I'm not going to lie, I'm still confused. What did he say yes to? Because I don't know, what let's go for it, let's not go, yes. Yes, what? Does anyone know? Nor me.
The thing I noticed with Lee when you interviewed him on the catwalk, he went into this state of childlike helplessness. He was quite giggly. He was almost presenting himself as a bit spontaneous. I'm a bit naughty. I don't always know what I'm doing. So I think he's kind of taken responsibility for what he's doing and moved it out the way. But at the same time, I can still see the selfie behaviour going on there, because it was only him that I saw going around telling everybody about this love triangle. And not only that, he mimed it. He was almost doing the photographs for tomorrow's papers. He was going, oh, you know, they're accusing me of a love triangle, you know, but I don't really love. Now, it's a bit like Bill Clinton going, you know, I did not have sex with that woman. You know, it's the wrong body language. You're doing incongruent body language. So you're putting an idea into people's minds, and that will be the selfie that will be in the papers tomorrow.
And how about the self-pities? How are they playing it?
Well, they really don't get on, and that's the interesting thing. When they were cuffed up, they went into a state of dependency. You know, they had to share the toilets and things. I think Jim actually said to Linda, look, you know, we'll be friends for the time being. But all the body language signals I was getting was suppressed conflict. So they're not displaying as well. I think they're doing critical parent to the selfie's rebellious child, free child. So we're having fun, but you're beginning to tut about us and you don't approve.
Let's take another look at the clip of Linda when she was on the bed tonight with the others talking about Jim.
Yeah, I don't want any of you to not like Jim, because I don't, okay?
Right.
I don't like him.
No,
We were not friends before we came in here. We'll put up with each other,
right,
and we will not be friends when we come out. And I'm sure the feeling is mutual.
Right.
I'm not moving out of this bed.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that said I think we should give them their own bed.
Up Evander's arse, he'll have shit on his nose.
Well, I was going to say, what's that telling you? But she's kind of just told us quite blatantly. But body language-wise, what are you taking from that?
I'm quite pleased to see this side of Linda, because when she was handcuffed to Jim, to keep the peace, she went very compliant. I don't know if you noticed, she kept face-checking him. She was very submissive with him.
I thought they were going to get on.
Well, you see, that was just an act, because they had to, I think. I think they didn't. It's very hard if you're actually that close to somebody. But now they've been released, I think we're seeing her true feelings. I think somebody does need to take him on anyway. Yeah. She's clearly going to do it, and I love her feistiness. I think she's great, but very aggressive body language and getting all the girls around her as well.
We saw that exclusive clip of Jim saying that he wants to make amends. Will it work?
No. Those two will be at loggerheads whatever happens, and I think this is what we're going to get from some. They won't suffer fools gladly, and this will emerge. Can I just say, watch Lionel though, because Lionel is feisty as well. I've seen Lionel doesn't suffer fools gladly, and he'll take no nonsense. That guy's tap dance with the Queen Mother or something, I don't know. He's not going to take any nonsense in the house. So just keep your eye on him, because I think he'll get stuck in as well.
I love it when you give us a little enticing bit like that. Judy, thank you so much. Judy James, everybody. Still to come, the People's villain, Katie Hopkins, is going to be using the housemates as target practice. But first, put on your tap shoes and your beanie hat, because it's a Lionel and Dappy mashup.
Reality bites back.
The producers of Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side have already run out of ideas and have a slot to fill. They need you to use your imaginations to entertain their viewers, who are not easily impressed. Your time starts now.
Well, what a surprise I had today. I was sitting outside, minding my own business, when suddenly the rain came pouring down. I was cold and I was shivery, and I felt a bit of livery, and that's how I went to bed. Oh, I feel so smooth.
Tell him.
And I feel so great.
Tell him.
And I feel so loved by my housemates.
Mates.
It's great to be in Big Brother house. There are lots of people here who really cheer everyone there. I'm feeling so warm. I'm a little bit hungry and like some food. And I know Big Brother will make it good. Woo! Oh, I love to be in the house. Yes, I love to be in Big Brother house.
Wow. I'd like to be in someone's mouth. I'm gonna check it. Pardon.
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side, the show that just keeps on giving. Have a look at this. Now, the aliens on the main show are probing the celebs' brains to see how they work. And as always, Bit on the Side have got in there first. Have a look at this.
Okay, divide 50 by half and add 20. So what? So wait, stop the question. Cut that.
25 and add 20 makes 45.
45.
45.
No. Yeah, 45, yeah.
Divide 50 by half. Yeah, so what do you mean?
45.
45.
45.
Divide 50 by 25. Now you say half by 50, and then so that's 25, and then add 20. So that's what?
45. There's nothing on that.
45. 45.
75.
That's 50, innit? What is it?
Why would they want me to do that?
Who is third in line to the throne?
Harry?
What though?
Prince Harry?
It's George.
It would be Prince William or the new baby.
Prince William.
Are we talking Game of Thrones or England?
I think it's Prince Harry now that the baby was born.
George.
Princess Anne? Haven't got a clue.
Oh, see, why are they asking me these questions for, man?
What's the capital of Kenya?
Nairobi.
What the capital of Kenya?
I don't know. South Africa?
I don't know.
Coffee.
Nairobi, maybe?
Mombasa, I think.
Tunisia? Or is that another country? I don't know.
Oh, you guys are so annoying.
Tonight. Does it matter?
Isn't Kenya a capital?
Kenya is Nairobi.
Nairobi.
Wouldn't know that.
Who are the hottest...
What is the hottest planet in the solar system?
Mars.
Mercury.
Venus?
I think it's Mercury.
The one that burns you. The sun, I suppose.
Saturn.
Saturn?
Uranus.
Or Mars?
I can't be asked.
Jupiter? No.
I would say Uranus, but you have to have a curry to have that.
I don't know. I'm going to say Jupiter's probably pretty hot.
Mercury.
Mars.
According to a famous saying, choose a company and three's a crowd, then what's 4 and 5?
I don't know.
It's a party!
Too many.
Overindulgence.
A fabulous party.
A nightmare.
A better orgy. Really fucking fun.
A festival.
A good night out.
Wouldn't know. There you go.
Two's company and three's a crowd. Then what's 4 and 5? Too fucking many.
Thank you very much.
Lionel Blair dropping the F-bomb. Quite amazing. Okay, it's the moment that I've kind of been crapping myself about all day. It's time for Katie Says. So we couldn't have her on the show without her talking us through what she thinks of this year's housemates. Now, I must stress that Katie's views are solely her own and not those of Big Brother, Endemol or Channel 5. Just so you know as well, if you hear this sound, then you know that the lawyers have pressed a censor button because Katie has gone too far. There you go. There is the lawyer pressing the censor button.
She looks frightfully uneducated for a lawyer, that.
She's very educated, and I'll tell you what, she will come out here and give you a right old bollocking. Right, okay.
Good.
So let's start with the potential bolt hold tenants. So first up, what are your thoughts on... I don't even want to ask the question. Seriously. What are your thoughts on Dappy and Liz?
Oh, Dappy is just revolting, isn't he? He's such a child. You know, I have a 5-year-old son. He likes to play with his bits. I understand that they're quite new at the age of 5, but whatever the hell age he is at, he should have gotten over it by now, surely. So there's that. Thank you very much. A little mild ripple of applause from the audience. Also, there's this whole, actually, I'm a small boy that got lost in the soft play area, but look, I've got a hat and tattoos. I've become Dappy, so I'm not buying any of it. And as for her...
before we go on to Liz, if Dappy hadn't have done the whole Willy thing, would he still have annoyed you as much?
Yeah. I'm not one for short people. I don't like short people. Ginger people, fat people, short people. Not a big fan. He's short.
Don't pick out our audience. They're wonderful people.
I was gesturing in the general direction. Is that tweeting of birds I hear?
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tweets happening during this. What about Liz?
I mean, so unfortunate.
Have you ever met Liz?
Isn't it? No. I have company, I have friends, and, Liz, sadly... Sorry, darling?
Can't wait till you do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. But Liz, such a shame. Looks like she sort of walked into the patio doors, doesn't it? Very flat. I mean, I know I'm beaky. I know I could hang a coat off this little nose of mine, but that is a very flat face, wouldn't you say?
Aside from her looks, though, is there anything that irritates you other than her looks?
I mean,
we can't just go on
looks
what people
alone.
look like.
No, a personality also, lacking one altogether. And in that little alien house earlier, she seemed very at home, didn't she? Dressed in tinfoil. Actually, I think she's found her perfect place. So she lives on another planet, belongs in an alien spacecraft, and frankly, she can sod off.
OK, on that note, let's move on to Evander and Louisa.
Evander. Now, if I was Evander's agent, I would have gone into hiding and asked for personal protection, because when that boy gets out, the former heavyweight champion of the world, I'd have to say that every time he went past me in the kitchen. But anywho, his agent is going to take an Evander pasting, because that boy went in there and had no clue what he was doing. He thought he was going shopping in Debenhams. Actually, he turned out to be in the Big Brother house. Things are not looking good.
He really doesn't seem to have a... I did ask him that, actually, on Friday. I said, have you ever watched it? He was like, not really. I'm like, don't do it. You've never seen it.
Such a pity. Such a pity for such a big man. But fortunately, he is large. So that wins him points in my book.
But not Dappy.
No, small. Large.
No, but something's large on him.
Louisa. Again, a little bit of a pity. When I came out of The Apprentice, I was offered a role in a porn movie. Surprising, given my assets.
Were you really?
I was.
Genuinely?
Someone asked me if I would appear in You're Squired. But so I think Louisa would have been perfect for a porn role, given that she's so addicted to sex as she clearly is. And I think she's shown herself to be very grating. Her voice is really, the inflection at the end of that voice.
Kind of like mine.
A little bit like yours, darling, but at least you have nice dresses, so we can get past it.
Lee and Casey.
Lee can't bear the chat, really.
I kind of got that impression, actually, when you were talking over there.
You know, he needs to start, you need to say what you mean. I would have gone into that house and you need to say what you mean from the off, and that boy has been flouting around like a small butterfly that needs to be squashed in someone's, bookcase. He is a nasty piece of work. I don't like him, and I'd have him out of that house. And as for her, it's like the two thick kids at the back of the class, isn't it? Oh, did you know? Oh, penguins, they mate for life. Oh, do they?
Surely that's a chat-up line, though. And it worked, because she fell for it.
Oh, she's just being so pathetic, isn't she? Dripping around him. Do you mean yes or do you mean no? I would not be waiting around for the answer. Move on, Casey, move on.
Let's move on to the next pairing then. Let's start with the rest of the housemates that are potentially going to be in the bolt hole.
You know, Linda, if you could really just throw a cushion at the woman.
She's been throwing cushions all night. Don't throw more.
Have found a more boring old woman to stick in a house? Probably smells a little bit of wee, probably has some hygiene issues, probably looks after cats in her home. She looks like she's wandering the Tesco aisle. She's just got to the alcohol part and she's lost where she is. Maybe I'll go and work on the till. Actually, no, you won't, will you, Linda, because you claim benefits. She is revolting. And
There's
sitting on that
nothing wrong
bed.
with that. She had to, though.
Oh, rah, rah, rah. She's such a clucking chicken sat on that bed. I hate Jim. You must all hate Jim. Everyone went
Do you hate Jim?
I love Jim.
Of course you
also,
do.
Linda Nolan's knockers are somewhere near her ankles. And if your knockers are near your ankles, for God's sake, pull them back up. Jim, I love Jim. Jim is...
Someone just went in the audience. Oh, wow.
I think Jim is utterly brilliant. He's the best of British. Absolutely. Did he belong to a past era? Of course. Does he wear a three-piece suit rather brilliantly? Absolutely. Did he do great things for our
Does he sleep in
troops?
one, though? Because he's always got a three-piece suit on.
He has a three-piece suite. A three-piece suit, yes. And I think, he did great things for our troops in the day. You can't pick up Jim from the 80s, plonk him down now in today's date and expect him to be blooming PC Josh Dan Widdicombe or, one of the PC brigade that, we're so right on. He's not right on. He's sexist, racist, pitist. He's all those things. But I love Jim Davison and I would very much compel people to vote for Jim.
Very quickly, we've got to fit the last one in. Jasmine and Sam.
Jasmine, Cruella de Vil.
I bet you love these two, don't you?
Oh, revolting. Jasmine is Cruella de Vil. She has the puppies. She gets them out more often for a walk. Don't like that woman. And Sam, could you be more bland? She is Magnolia. She is vanilla. She is blancmange. She is nothing.
But nice.
Whoever wanted to be nice? When I was at school, we weren't even allowed to use the word nice in our essays because it's such a crap word. She is crap.
Nice is good.
Nice is not
Maybe
good.
you need to be nicer.
Oh, I could take this water and chuck it at you. Nice is terrible.
I've got a terrible cold.
I know, that's why I didn't do it. Next time I will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got more. I'm so sorry, we've got two more. Ollie and Lionel, very quickly.
Really forgot them.
I know, yeah. We
Ollie,
can't forget these
the nice
two.
chap that you hope to
Exactly,
go to a wedding.
nice chap, who you like.
Yeah, I do think, rather
So you
sweet.
do like somebody
Hasn't worked
nice.
out whether he's gay or straight. I think we could probably all tell him, couldn't we? Ollie, we know you're gay. That's marvellous. We love you being gay.
I
And
don't care
Lionel,
what he
such
is,
a
it's
shame.
amazing.
Such a pity. Let out of a care home, couldn't find his way back. I think someone needs to take Lionel.
Did you not hear what Judy said? When he bites, he bites.
Frankly, with those teeth,
Let's hope we
darling,
see
they're
that.
not going to work,
And he
are
puts
they?
them all in their place.
A little gummy bite from Lionel. I'm not scared. He needs to be more scared of me.
He's got good beer and Nash's for in your 80s.
I don't know.
Katie, thank you so much. Katie Hopkins, everybody. Still to come, we've got all the latest news from the house, and Abs is going to be keeping it real where other than in the reality gallery. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side, where we agree with Lee. It is best not to have an opinion if you're a celebrity.
Is that why Casey's the only housemate with an opinion, though?
Oh, here's today's news. At 10:25 this morning, Evander explained his love of a good night out.
I love to dance. I used to do it. I tell my wife, I said, I'll be home in a minute. Then all of a sudden, once it got to a point where I lived in Atlanta, but I used to actually have to fly to L.A. I fly to L.A. because there's more superstars in L.A. So there's so many celebrities that I was just an average person. So I fly to L.A. just a party. I fly twice a week, just to dance.
Obviously, Linda's rubbing off on him. We saw earlier, he's definitely in the mood for dancing.
He loves a little boo. At 11, so do you by the looks of it.
That was not a booking.
At 11:59, alien abductees Jim and Louisa were set a secret challenge.
Louisa and Jim, we need you to go back into the Big Brother house to steal samples of celebrity belongings. Do you understand?
Yes.
We need a sample of Dappy's clothing, one of his famous hats. You must steal one of his hats and bring it back to our spaceship. The others must not see you bring it to our ship. Place the object into our craft. Now we would like you to steal us Ollie Locke's Union Jack welly boots.
Hey, listen, are you going outside? Do you want to? Could you bring those glasses?
I can't find them.
Huh?
Yeah. You sit with them.
It's nice to see him take something in the house that isn't the piss out of everyone else.
I like that joke. You're a comedian.
Thanks very
aren't
much.
you?
I didn't write it.
And finally, at 1:11 this afternoon, Lionel and Ollie went to the diary room to discuss the love triangle.
So what do you think Lee is trying to do?
He's trying to be a player and Mr. Nice Guy at the same time.
And just to have fun, really, just to have fun.
Yeah. I think he just wants to flirt with everybody.
He does.
He's a young
big
guy.
Flirt. He's a big
yeah.
flirt. He's terribly
Well, he's a
good
young
looking.
guy, so that's what he should do.
Do you think it works to be a player and Mr. Nice Guy at the same time?
To be a player and a nice guy.
It is a recipe for disaster. The person he likes as well is Jasmine. She's hard. Isn't she? She's a...
Yes.
And she will eat him up.
Oh, and spit him out.
Yeah.
She is feisty and she probably would chew him up and spit him right out.
I don't think she's the kind of girl that's going to be a spitter.
On that note, that's the news from today, and I'm going to leave you right here, you dirty boy. Okay. It's sweaty box time, although I'm told I'm not allowed to call it that. Abs is in the reality gallery. Abs,
Hey.
what's happening up there?
Wow, the housemates have finished their first shopping task to find out if they've won. Tune into tomorrow's main show. In even bigger news, Big Brother's gone back to basics and brought back the chalkboard for the shopping list. Thank God for that.
Yes!
The housemates have submitted their food order and already have a major regret they didn't order any chocolate. That's an amateur mistake. Evander and Dappy enjoyed a bonding session when Evander taught Dappy some key boxing techniques.
Right.
Besties, Jasmine and Louisa discussed the Lee situation, and Jasmine says that she is over it and just wants to have fun.
Really? Abs, how do you think you'd get on with that lot in there?
I don't think I'd cope too well, Emma.
Really?
Yeah, I just about coped the last time around. I think I'd have cracked in the first couple of days being chained to someone that close for so long. I'd have probably gnawed my arm off.
Would you have stuck it out, though?
I would have stuck it out. I'm definitely a trooper. I like to go the full length if I can, but I probably wouldn't have done too good, to be honest with you. I've got a couple more for you.
Yeah.
Jasmine told Louisa that Lee should be in his own bed and that she should share with Casey. Awkward. Yeah, that's interesting. And one more, Dappy is very concerned about being evicted and told Jim that he will drop a tear if he does. Jim joked that he would camp outside and wait for him or send him a postcard from Hawaii. I'm betting it's the latter.
Abs, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
See you soon. Oh, I've got the coughs tonight. Okay, Ian, Katie, Ian.
Hi, Katie. How are you
What
doing?
are the people of the web saying?
What are the people of the web saying? Okay, this is exciting. This is great stuff. Okay, so Jordan is asking you, who would you have hated to be handcuffed with and why?
For me, it has to be, I think, Sam, because I would hate to be handcuffed to someone so dull. She's like an inert gas. There's nothing that, combusts in her. Nothing would make her blow up. Nothing would react to her. She's just this blob of nothing. And to be
Amazing.
handcuffed to a blob of nothing is not
Would you
for
have
me.
dragged her around like Jasmine
I would
did?
have dragged her to the kitchen. I would have got a large saucepan and I would have bashed her on the head and knocked her out, and then I could just drag her around limply.
That was very close, I'll have you know.
I know.
I felt the wisps of hair.
It's a risk.
Another one here. Claire Baran says, and this is my favourite, I think.
Baran.
Whose name do you least like in the house?
Has to be Jasmine all the way, because no doubt that'd be shortened to Jazz, wouldn't it? Jazz.
Ooh,
Also,
Jazz.
there's a whole thing about T, isn't there? If you're going to be called Jasmine, why not go the whole hog and be PG? Too much for me. T, no.
Okay, Sophie Giles says, who do you think is the most similar to yourself in the house? Interesting one, this
Most
one.
similar.
Linda.
Not Linda! Would you please? Linda's gruesome. No, Linda, the bag lady. You could see her with the black bin bags, can't you, arriving in the house. No, anywho, as she arrived looking like Snow White.
I tell you what, I'd love to see, because
the
she's
Linda
a feisty one. I'd love to see the
that.
Katie Linda
I'd like to
face-off.
do that too, because Linda listens with her mouth. Have you noticed?
I've noticed, yeah.
I'd really, most people listen with their ears. Linda, mouth open.
I know you
Anyhow.
love talking, but I've got to stop you. Very quickly, phone room tomorrow,
Phone room,
right? with
Ryland's in the
Rylan.
phone room. Details are on the website, so check it out.
Rylan will be back tomorrow with news from the Bolt Hole. He's going to be joined by Nina Mishcroft, Bruce Jones, and are you writing this down? Chloe Jasmine from The Face. Yes. Have a wonderful night. Good night.